Just make sure the stream's on, and then we can go over. So I know I'll find a way to flip it up. It is. We are live. Hello and welcome to Full Send Round 11. We're at the Yas Marina circuit. We've only got 12 drivers today, but hopefully we'll have some good racing around here. As now we wait for the qualifying. Well, qualifying has now begun. As now we wait for the boys to get their setups on and get around the track. It'll be interesting to see who goes around first. So we do have some people already out, as I'm not paying attention and not setting anything up. So you can already see it's M2 and who else? Perez on the first one's out. I think Perez will overtake and he'll be the one to watch here as he'll set the first lap in. Bar or anything happening. As he makes his way over to the start finish line. He's in the last sector now. Now he comes around the penultimate corner. He's on the last corner now. As he's going to take the line and start our qualifying off. As he goes into turn one. It's a left-hander. A really difficult corner. It's a corner you need to really get right the most out of it. He turns and twists through that first sector. It is a 117. Which is great to see. As he's on now, basically onto the straights here. You'll get a double help of DRS down these two straights. As he comes now into the first braking zone, using a lot of battery. You'll gain some back out of here. You'll burn more down here. As there's not really that many. There's not that much. Well, there's not that many places to burn it here. Definitely in that third sector there isn't. So he takes a long left-hander as he goes into the tight and difficult section of sector 3 now. I think he should be fine from the Aston Martin because he'll be starting his lap soon. As you can see, really pushing the car onto the limits here. Testing the track limits. He's still got a little bit of battery to spend going up to the line here. We'll put it on, burn it all, and it's a 123.6. We'll go back to M2. What can he do over this line? It's a 123.8. It's who's next to cross that line. It's Jake on an out lap, so it's Neil up next. So it looks like he's setting a 124.6. I think it is the Haas JJB that's going to come over the line next. It is. Got no depletion, but it's a 122.3. So we also see Virgo starting his lap. His teammate there, I'm so bad with names. We'll call him Cravo. We'll call him Cravo for the day. Cravo gets up into P4. So I'm having a look around to see Strachey getting out the way of the Aston Martin there of Swag. This is going to be burning everything. You can see how much battery they don't have. Using all of it smartly here. She's going to push to the line. It's a 122.7. Not that far off. So that Alpine looks to be going around. I think the next car is Jake here. He's got the last sector. Got a lot of batteries still to spend as well. So maybe just getting a lap down as Barney's now left the session. He's still in the pits, but she sits a 125.1. So now we're coming up to watch Virgo. What can he do? He's always someone to watch. He nearly goes all wrong in the last corner, but he does go into pole, provisional pole right now, a 122.1. Is there anyone else on a lap right now? I think it is Strachey who is on a lap. We'll go on board. We'll go on board right now. Go for it to watch him go through this last sector. As he's going to try and pinpoint every corner. You can hear the tyres really screeching to get the car halted. You can tell how much he's lifting off there. Trying not use any braking into those corners. So now he puts it on. And he does set a 122.5. It's good enough for P3 here. So we'll go on board with Simon. Is this Simon? Slimon. I'm so bad with names, I'm sorry. Slimon. Who comes? Simon. And if it's wrong, I'm sure he can correct me at any point. So now he comes into the last sector. Not much battery to burn left. He'll definitely be turning it off. Turns it down to the medium. Just to make sure he's not overspending battery where you don't really want to. So you can see how much it just charges back up. So now he comes to the line. What can he do over the line? It's the main question. It's a 124.5 or just under 5 actually. As everyone seems to be going back into the pits to get their brand new set of tyres on, refuel the car and everything. Excuse me. So stay on board with Perez, just coming up for another flying lap now. It's going to be interesting with the people coming out the pits. I think that's M2 coming out the pits. Hopefully he doesn't come out in front because you have to get out of the way. I think he might just come out in front here. Or he slows down there. Just doesn't want anything to do with Perez now. So, and he's a tenth and a half down in the first sector. He's got a lot to do to dig in for these last two sectors. As you can see, they're just trying to stick to the left as much as possible, but with the Yas Marina circuit, that straight just turns so slightly to the left. It's a weird straight. You can see he's on the edge of battery. And he's still down on his time now. And I just wonder, maybe is he going to back off last second and maybe just jump straight away into the pits? Still wait and see. This is coming in through the final sector onto the penultimate corner. As he goes very wide and he tucks into the pits, giving up on his lap time there. Don't think he was going to improve that by all that much. Because now we jump on board with M2 right now. He's trying to still warm up his tyres now, but he ain't got that much lap left to warm them up. So he comes onto the pit straight. So he goes into the first corner. You can see how much they desperately want to get back on the throttle, but don't want to go too far wide, really, as it could be an end killer. So gotta get a good run out of that corner. Gotta be committed through that first sector. Looks like he was, and it does improve on his time through the first sector. To the braking zone now. Try to set up for the better exit out of here. Looks like you got a decent exit. Just powering down the straight. So left hand up. Gets straight back on the power, so we got a yellow flag out in front. And it is, I think it is Virgo. I think he was slowing down there. Maybe to warm up his tyres a little bit more. So now he comes into the penultimate corner. Getting as close to that wall as he possibly can. He'll switch on the ERS to burn it to the line. And he does find a lot of improvement. Nearly half a second that lap. As we see Curvo does improve as well. Close times between the two drivers. It's also JJB improves. We see Neil improving. And the Aston Martin is that? No, it's not Barney, so it was Swag. I think he's improved in all. The next to cross the line's going to be Strachey. Danny improves up into 5th now. The Strachey improve. He does improve, but he stays in 4th place. I think it is the teammate of Swag now coming up to the line to set his first lap here. As Swag's left the session. I hope that's connection issues, but Barney managed to get into P5 of his lap, and Virgo sets another fastest lap of qualifying again. There seems to be maybe a rocket ship in the back of his car. As I think everyone now will jump back into the pits. And all getting suited up and booted for the final run. So now they all peel into the pits, getting ready for their final runs. So you can hear how much noise the pit is making right now. So now we wait and see. He's switched to Virgo, but he'll be coming in. Fresh softs around here. No reason not to. As the track will ramp up now for our final laps. As I'm a little bit tired. Not from qualifying, I'll tell you that. Because I just noticed one of the guys in the crowd's hands clipping through the barrier there. Or you can see multiple of them. Just try to see if they're clipping through the glass up at the top. I wish I had a little marker to point it out, but I sadly do not. So now we see the first driver coming out is Neil. So we'll go on board with him, really. It's very early to go. Maybe he thinks he can get 2 laps in, but a bit of a risk. Or just maybe doesn't want to be fighting to get to the line. We shall wait and see if that is the right selection for him. So we see 2 more cars now coming out. Which looks to be Strachey and M2 following suit. It's now JJB's now following suit and all. So now Neil going on to his final lap. His final lap of qualifying. Let's see what he can put down. He's going to come out in a bit of traffic now. Depending on what these guys are doing. He's got to get really much of a move on now. Has he left that too late, maybe? I mean, he could try and cut some of the track. I don't actually know how big the penalty is in quality. He comes now into here. And here's the fastest middle sector. He was down in his first sector, really hammering it home, trying to find any sort of improvement. There's a kind of stampede of cars in the way there. There's still yellow flags, get them out of the way. Is Jake gonna really make it here? It's gotta go quickly now. But now Neil to the line. He does find an improvement by a 10th. He's up into 10th as well. So the next car to come out would be Strachey. So go on board with him. He is finding a time, only a little bit of time though. His qualifying now ends. Well, we'll see Strachey come and take the checker flag first out of everyone. Really pushing the limits here. He's got to. Could be the difference between 4th and 3rd. Any small difference, and I was just saying that. But he doesn't find the time because he draws it there. I thought he had got enough there. His M2, we just missed him. Gets up to 7th. Perez invalidates, so he's not going to improve at all. What does JJB have here? He's got no battery to run to the line with. As he does improve, but not by much. As now Barney comes over the line, comes and takes it, P3. But Swag coming to upset. Virgo comes all across the line, gets in the 21s. And he's put down a statement. Danny jumps into the pits. What can Simon do? He's invalidated. Now it's just down to Jake. He's found 7 temps out of nowhere. He's got to have a really good last sector, but he's got no battery to use. And he stays 17th. He gets up with P11. But that means Virgo is in pole position for the race. As now we're just waiting for a couple people to come over and pit. They are in the pits already, so the cutscene should take place and it should get us into it. Oh jeez, these beeps, man. I'm tired. Because now it comes down, whereas on board with Virgo and he is on pole position. So we'll read off basically where everyone will be starting. So it is Virgo in P1, then Swag in P2, JGB in P3, Barney in P4, Strachey in P5, M2 in P6, Carvo in P7, Danny in P8, Perez in P9, Neil in P10, Jake in P11, and Simon in P12. That will be the lineup for the race that we're just going to go into here. 29 lapper, unless I've read it wrong again. As it is sunny, usually never rains at the Yas Marina circuit. It's like one of these, it's one of those things where you never expect it to rain here. I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna have a look at this. Can it even rain? Is so it looks like it can rain here on F1. So I'm now getting messages. Hold on. As I'm back now. So we're waiting on the race start. We'll start at 2024 or 24:34. Have a look at everyone's tires. Everyone opting for the medium specific from Simon, who's on those hard tires, trying to be a bit different. Which I do understand there. You may as well throw the dice. You can't go any further back, as they say. So I wonder will anyone dare change now. Doesn't look like anyone's going to change their tires. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be a one stop. It might be a two stop today, depending on the guys. If they can keep their tires alive. Or maybe if there's a safety car. We did see it last time at Brazil. It was quicker to put under safety car conditions than staying out. So it'll be interesting to see. As now we get on to the formation lap. As we can see everyone crawling away. Start warming up those tyres. As it was right, everyone's starting on the mediums, preparing Simon throwing the wrench into the works now. As I think the boys will keep an eye on this pace to see how it is. Everyone comes down there. So I wonder what I just seen there. Caught out my eye. I think it was someone hitting the brake markers. I think it was there. Yes, it was. I mean, it was the inter brake markers, and it don't look like it's gonna rain. So, good on you for doing it. So now they come up to the start and the grids. As they're coming up to the grid spot now. See, desperately trying to get out as quickly as they can. As everyone's on different tyres. See Simon pulling up a bit later. God, takes a longer time to warm up those hards compared to these guys' mediums. So we do have someone that didn't get the right parking. It was Jake there. It's the 5 red lights come down. Lights out and away we go. As it looks like Virgo getting a really good start off the line here, but GGB coming under threat from Barney. As GGB goes very wide. Actually, it was GGB attacking Swag there. Then overtake off the track is what's happened there. Neil's now at the back. It's also Swag. Did that look like he teleported him back there? And I wonder maybe if that was a connection with me and the server. Or something really did happen. As Swag has left. It does say Swag has left, but his car's still here. It's interesting of note. It does look like everyone should be fine. Simon already up to 7th. He started P12 there. Already up a lot of positions. I wonder if that was from the chaos of one of the cars zipping around. But M2 trying to make his way past. So we do see the free stop does look good. So it's definitely not going to be a two stop race. Look, definitely looks good. Don't think we'll be seeing anyone go for the one stop. So we can already see, I think that's it's Strachey into the pits already as DRS now gets online. As everyone's trying to break away, but the only person that can't really break away is, I'm not even got any of this on. Virgo doesn't seem to be getting away from JGB. Well, Barney, if he can get in that DRS, but I don't think he will. Yeah, he won't. Well, no, he will, because I still have the gap to the leader. because of qualifying. So here it is now. So we can now see Ken Barney or Barney get to the back of him. Is fortunately not. Jake not getting up to the back of for you did say yellow flag there. Actually, we'll have a look at Swag's front right wing. You see top three, not separated by much here. But now it does look like Strachey's came into the pits. And so is Danny. Both into the pits straight away. It's now, can he get enough? Barney doesn't get anywhere close. He's got another helping on the next straight. If he can get a good run. And it does look like he's got a decent run on Virgo. And I think he will get the move done. DRS pumping out. DRS opened. And it does look like a great move from Swag to take the lead of the race. But it's only lap 3 out of 29. So still a lot of time before that checker flag comes down. So we're already coming into the final corners of the circuit. And it is Swag taking the lead. Just trying to grow out that gap as big as possible to Virgo, but knowing Virgo, he won't give it up that easily. So now we're coming into the final. I've just seen GGB getting around already. Virgo's going to have an attack again. Down this straight, it's going to let Barney try and get further away from these two. Gets the decent exit out of there, but Swag getting the even better exit. But here comes GGB. He was side by side, but somehow Virgo pulling out more pace out his ass. Now we get on to the 5th lap of the Grand Prix. So now they come up through the first sector. JJB try and send it in the inside. No, plays a smart game, plays a tactical game really. Now they'll back down that main straight. Seems to be a very hard place for overtaking, but M2 already going toe to toe. Sorry, that's not M2. Colorblind, I'm telling you. A tough pill to swallow for Simon, who had a really good start on those hard tyres, but he's just got to wait on longer for them to be effective. We'll sit on this race right now. I think Simon tried to feint to the right and then went right. That is an interesting one to say the least. You know, they already, like a blink of the eye, I didn't even get to see it, but Fargo back into the lead of the race here. We're too busy watching these guys fighting that I missed it. Can JGB now crawl up to the back of him? Doesn't look like it, but it looks like that. Oh, Barney trying his hardest to try and get past as he goes a little bit deep there. He's going to very much compromise his exit on this corner. And we've seen how good sometimes Barney gets out of these corners, but seems to be, he looks like the straight line monster of today. So how will this play out? It's Barney now into this third sector. It's not really a place you really want to be overtaken, but you can get the overtake done. It just takes a lot of precision. Still marching on here. No DNFs whatsoever. The boys are holding their own here. She's still there. Try catch back up. He was about half a second off. He's fallen so much. Burke will try and make him lock up and go a little bit deeper, but still it's a great exit from him. He's got a long way to chase, but we've seen how quick this Aston Martin can be. Just ran out of road there. It's the first penalty does go to Danny, who's had not the best starts, a rough start really, to be honest, and that penalty I think would be the icing on the cake. So we go into lap 8 here. Everything seems to be going okay really. No incidents. Well, none. We did have the lap 1 incident, but I mean there's not much you can do if he teleports back. So it is interesting to think about there. Trying to again down this back straight. He looks closer that time, but just no cigar really. But he goes again. He's a good exit out of this corner. You'll have the ERS and the DRS pumping. I think Virgo doesn't fight it for that long. And yes, doesn't seem like Barry's back up to the lead, but we had it last time. There's a lot of people who could have won, but you never really know who's who, or to be honest, what do they drive like, so it's understandable. So now we're going on to lap 9. We'll have a look through the field real quick. Any other gaps opening anywhere? I can see obviously from Perez, but he's into the pits already. Maybe onto another set of mediums, or another set of mediums, maybe another set of hards. Yeah, this is a brand new hard compounder tyre. We also see Jake coming into pit as well. So just on board with Calvat. We have to go back to the battle for P1. As it's now starting to heat up. Still over 20 laps to go, so. I'm sitting there. It seems to be the gap between the fields growing a little. Still some small fights around us. But damn, onto lap 10 already. Honest to God, it's flew by really this race. We'll say that when we get to the halfway point. But he's powering, and it just looks like Barney's got so much straight line speed. Telling him not to worry about it, sweetheart. See, Strachey trying to get the move on Perez already done. He has done the move. The Sparky pitted on lap 1, so interesting to see that undercut already up to 5 seconds to the other guy. Simon who pitted the same lap as him. That's interesting. Strachey holding on to the position as much as he can right now. Is there anything else happening going around? Well, it's just looking like Jake's trying to catch up to Swag. But anyway, up to lap 11 as well. I forgot. I said that already, Stephen. You do see someone already into the pits, and it's Simon, who looks like he'll have to go on mediums or softs. He goes onto a pair of mediums. Maybe he's going for that one more stop now. It's him on the softer compounds. Everyone is either on a harder compound or the same compound as him, but on mediums. It's interesting, really interesting to know. Anyway, we're back into the action. And it doesn't look like Virgo can get through. Anyways, we're coming up to the next lap, onto lap 12. And everything's going Millhouse. The boys up is JGB going very wide. Virgo pitch going for the undercut. I would assume as JGB gets a 3-second penalty for multiple track warnings. We'll see where Swag comes out into all this. She's really pushing these tyres now. We don't think so. They're still the fastest, but Virgo already back out onto the field, already onto the hard tyres. Maybe. So it doesn't seem to be much happening at the top, so we'll go back a bit to the back. It's Danny versus M2. We know how good Danny is of defending, but I don't think there's much he can do here. The gap is coming back down out in front. As Barney goes in, so does JBP nearly goes straight on from trying to enter the pits. As he goes on again, oh no, he doesn't. Perez comes into the box. Bogle comes and takes the lead of the race for now. But so on to lap 13 now, nearly halfway. There's still a quick doom scroll here. I don't know what. So you can see everything seems so quiet and peaceful. But I'm more of a chaos guy myself. But anyway, Sparkle is his fastest lap. He's got the tyres now in the window. He can push. It's pushing like fuck. Barney's nowhere catching him on this lap. Maybe we'll wait and see if he can reel him in. So M2 gets a 3-second penalty for multiple track cuts. There's nothing wrong with him. Nothing else wrong. It's now the gap's kind of expanding and everyone's found their own rhythm. They'll keep playing the rhythm until their strength. But anyway, I'll have a look here. I forget who's in first in the standings right now. But it's another fastest lap. This time it's advantage to Barney with that fastest lap. But anyway, sorry for blacking out there. As it does look like Strachey does get past Simon because I think Simon's back into the pits. I have a slight inclination he's going to go for the hard tyre to the end. Oh no, it wasn't Simon, it was. I wouldn't say he's long teammate, a lost teammate, but I don't think he had a teammate called that name. But yeah, everyone's just settling now into their own rhythm. No fights are really going on to try and record or anything. Everything does look peachy for Virgo right now. He seems to be in a total dominant display right now. But Barney is creeping in on him. He's gaining the time back, but we'll have to wait and see with these next pit stops. So just see Strachey, who has pitted again already on the back of a car. Go back on, and he's got definitely should have the superior grip. You can see already. World of difference there. Gets up into 8th place and he will be hunting down Jackson. Jake. Sorry for that. I'm not in the best conditions right now, so I'm mumbling any words to tell. It does look like Barney is actually gaining back up, gaining closer and closer by the second to the back of Virgo. The penalties. If he pushes too much, you may get penalties. You never know. But already Strachey on the back of Jake. There's nothing you can do. He's like a man possessed. He's definitely a man on a mission. But we've seen this many times before when Jake's been caught up and he holds him up, like, I mean, nearly a full up up to. But like around here, I think the time will be too high for him. He's going to take the race in line, try and defend it that way. Just a little long way around, never usually works. No, I'm not opening the doors. I am absolutely shocked, but it is looking like a quiet race. Jake's now already under pressure again from Simon, and he's been already overtaken twice on the same lap. But now Barney's he's in that 1 second gap. Can he keep the car within 1 second? He's going to burn off a little bit of battery to try and make sure. But the seconds already rolls on up. The detection zone's just coming up. Can he make it in? Does he make it in? We'll have a wait. We'll have a wait. Look. We'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look. He does make it in. That is critical for him, as he's going to get that extra bit of pace down the back straight. He will gain all the time. As you can see him lifting off a lot just before the braking zone, so he can get a bit more battery back to maybe go for another dump down this straight, but I think he'll hold on to it. Wipes it into none, tries to charge up the rest of the packet. You do see Jake into the pits onto those hard tyres, and he'll definitely get those hards to the end. Just wonder where he comes out at, that's the only thing. So now we go on to lap 19, 10, roughly 11 laps to go now. As you can see already down to half a second, really pushing the car. And they'll definitely want to be going to a couple laps more really before they can go to the end. Unless they're trying to go to the end on these hard tyres, but good lord, those must be bad. Seen them there lifting off a little bit more into that braking zone. Or did he actually? Just maybe the sound of the car. Not getting the best exit out of that corner, but the ERS and the DRS will help him pull him, gaining as much time as he needs. Not quite enough to make a move. Not close enough to make that move, I should say. Is he gonna do it there? No, it just looks like it's harvesting battery, but we'll let back. As we do see Perez now gaining on his target in front with the older hard tyres. And he's definitely trying to make it to the mediums, but you can see him coming now. I'd imagine now could be the time you pat onto the mediums, but that's if your tyres later on already given up. We do see Crack Boss. We do see Carvo into the pits. There we go. That took me a while there. Simon goes into the pits, but he does get a 10-second penalty. So we'll go back onto these guys. And he looks a lot more closer now, does Barney. As Burgos holding that inner line. He's going to try and make him go the long way around. Goes for the switchback. Gets the power down, gets the ERS cranking. But I think he's just not there. He's not in front yet. And depending when these guys will want to go to pit, he won't have that tyre advantage anymore. We already see Simon passing lets him back past Jake, but we'll go back up to the two out in front, squabbling for first place here. So we do see Swag into the pits. They're putting on a set of mediums to go to the edges. We see Virgo just losing a bit of the rear there, going into that corner. Something you don't really see that often there. As you see, both braking early, try to stop any momentum Virgo is trying to do to Barney, but I think he might get away with it here. Well, this Barney goes for the Hail Mary, so anyway, he doesn't. There he is, still behind. Roughly 8 laps to go right now. And now it is, when do these guys pit? Do they pit? We'll see it. None of them pit this lap. I just wonder, you gotta really wonder, as JJB goes another lap again on these mediums. It's very interesting to see. But now, can he get closer? Can Barney get closer here? It's a nice exit from Virgo, but he'll be chased by a man with DRS, a man with ERS pumping down this main straight. And he is gaining a rare knot, but not close enough on this attempt. He's got another helping hand on the DRS on the here. Needs to make sure he gets a good exit. Jake with a 3-second penalty now. They both match each other out of the exit of that corner. He is gaining, he's gaining, but I don't think he'll be getting there quite. He doesn't get there. Just a little bit off there. And I wonder if these guys' tyres are now just a bit flimsy. Not any good more, but it depends if these guys are going to stay out or are they going to come in. I definitely think JJB will come back in for, well, I wonder what that is to continue on. What does JJB do now? He continues on. So now we're on lap 23. These guys are powering. Barney Virgo looks to make the gap a little bit bigger out in front. As we do have a yellow flag behind, and it is Strachey. He's spun out of the Latifi end. He's got the car around, he's got the car kept going. Smag has now left the game. Wonder what that's for, but now Strachey will come in and he will put on a brand new set of tyres, and he'll have to do the chasing game now with whoever's in front of him. But we'll go back out in front because it looks like Barney's are way much closer. You can see they're already side by side going into here. Barney going on the outside. Virgo holding the inside. As they're still side by side, but it is Barney who gets back out in front. That's a brilliant overtake from him around that outside. And I was saying he was getting closer and closer. He's done it now, and he's go ahead. As both of them continue on, I think they're both going to try and make it to the end on their tyres. Virgo 1 lap older than Barney. As JJB goes again. And I wonder how his tyres are holding up. I imagine the hards are going to be struggling for a bad grip, but those mediums gotta be not nice at all. Virgo's going to line it up the exit here. But I think Barney gets the better exit. DRS open. No, DRS open, sorry. For Virgo, he's gaining little. Now he starts gaining when the car gets going. You see a lock up there. It's definitely not going to be helping the tyres at all. It doesn't look like the cleanest exits from Virgo. He's got a lot of work to do down this main straight. Turns it off and knows he's not going to get close enough. Charging the battery back up for maybe another attempt. Another couple of swags now into the pits. He's on a fresh pair of mediums. Virgo's really struggling right now. I wonder what he does. He stays out again. Swag's left. I think he's having some connection issues right now. It's unfortunate for him. Right, so now JGB into the pits. I think he'll be putting on pair of softs, or yeah, because he's used 2 mediums already in this race. So I would imagine he puts on a pair of softs, goes for the fastest lap right now. Gets the 2 compounds done, and he'll have to try and hunt down Perez for the final couple of laps on the hard tyres. So now Virgo behind. He's got the DRS. He's harvesting as much battery as he can. Brakes. Gets the car turned in a little bit deeper than Barney. I think Barney's going to get the better exit. You can see he does get the better exit. So both deploying DRS. Both harvesting it back up again. So nice exit there. Really showing how much they're struggling. These front two are struggling with tyres. As they must not be feeling nice at all. But we'll be going on to lap 26 now. None of them faint. I think they're going to stick out to the end now. As you can see, the 1 lap difference in the tyres is really kicking in. It's rearing its ugly head for Virgo right now. He needs to make sure he doesn't stay on those curbs. You get a puncture, stays on them too long. But I'm not really sure. I can't really see the percentages the whole race. Going cinematic, and so look how far behind he is already. He's burned a lot of battery already, trying to gain back up. See Barney locking up into that corner. So it looks like they both have a similar exit at that corner. It's going to let him come back, charge the battery even more. Both taking different lines. Oh, as he gets a little bit squirrely out of the exit. Now they're going on to lap 27 of 29. As they cross the line, it'll be 3 laps to go. And you gotta be careful, make sure the tires don't explode. You don't want a kaboomy. But we'll turn back now, we'll have a little look at JGB, who's on those fresh, soft tyres against Perez's old, hard tyres, and it won't be a competition compared to grip. I'll tell you that for free. But the only thing that JGB will be annoyed at is he might not get the fastest lap. You know he does get the fastest lap. He gets it done and the move there. Back up to the podium. He's just trying to get close enough. Can he get close enough, Virgo? To Barney? It looks like when he was in, just got past him, it looks like he's been holding his own. Not really giving him a sniff. But we'll jump back now to Jake for a bit, as we'll leave the 2 front runners alone, give them a bit of privacy. As he's chasing down Danny, who's on those old hards, older than Jake's hards really. See a bit of charging the battery. Jake burning all his battery here. He's got to make sure he puts it back into harvest mode, back into none. As he's still using a lot of battery. Oh, as you can see him trying to stop the car. It looks like they've had similar exits here. Can he get anywhere close? And I think that might be a no on this time, but sure he'll charge the battery back up all the way through that sector. So we'll cut back now to the battle for first place. So we're on to lap 28 or 29. Oh, what's happening here? Fixed it there. Something pressed my home button there. That's a bit strange. These guys continue on lap, to the final lap. The tyres must be seeing better. As you can see already, the graining on the front right of Virgo's tyre. I wonder how it feels. It looks similar. You can tell the 1 lap difference it makes. So pushing it out of this last corner as they go on to prepare for the final lap of the race. These guys will be using everything they've got. Checking everything up there. Got a lot of battery there. He has burned a lot of battery there. Oh, as you can see him getting squirrely out in front. And that's not going to be the best news for him. As Virgo's going to gain and gain and gain and gain. As he goes to defend one way, goes the other. He's got to have a good exit out of here. But it doesn't look like he's had a good one for Virgo. As you can see, Barney sailing out in front of him. And that could be the end of it, as he's burning everything he's got, using all the DRS he has. But nothing's working. As M2 now gets a penalty for 3-second penalty for multiple track warnings. But I think he's fallen away from him. Swag now gets the fastest lap of the race, taking that away from JJB. But I think it will be Barney coming over the line, unless there's some late drama. But I think he's got 1 more corner to go to come and get it home. As he comes around the final corner and takes the line. and he takes the checkered flag, it should say, and takes the win at the Yas Marina circuit. As Virgo in a respectable P2. So we'll wait on JGB. He's coming around now. He's coming around the final corner to take home a P3 and the last podium. It's now Perez doing the same strat, hanging out for so long. It's a great race from him for P4. Cavos coming home as well and takes the P5. The Racing Bulls will be happy with that one back at the factory as Simon comes home. He started in last place, but he's up to P6. A brilliant race for him. Danny, who was getting chased by Jake all the way to the end, but it looks like Jake will come home for P, or Danny will come home for P7. No, it's going to be Jake with the penalties. But Swag also jumps out in front. But where's Tracky? Oh, has he crashed back into the wall? It looks like he might have. Did he crash? I did see yellow flags. I wasn't 100% sure. As M2's now getting chased by Neil, but M2's got the penalty, so he will end up behind. As he comes up to take P11 on track, but he'll be P12 on the day due to penalties. And that is it for the race. Wow. It was interesting. Again, it was a very entertainment race. It definitely came down to the last couple of laps. Sometimes all good races do that. But we'll go over the standings today. It is Barney in P1, Virgo in P2, JGB in P3, Perez in P4, Cavos in P5, Simon in P6, Jake in P7, Swag in P8 with the fastest lap, Danny in P9, Stracky in P10, Neil in P11, and M2 in P12. And that will be it for this race. Where are we next time for round 12? Let me have a little look-sees here. We will be, it's the last race, it's an American track. I think it will be at Las Vegas, because let's be honest, I don't want to see a Miami race. So I think it will be Las Vegas. The last round, the last decider. Unless I'm wrong and I've not actually looked at the points here. Actually, I think Stracky now. I'm not 100% sure. I'll let the boys figure out the points there. But we will be going to Las Vegas for the final round. I hope to see you there. Take care and goodbye.